for the win. Got it! Luke May!
How about them Tar Heels? They are the national champions.
We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider. Jones and Adam here with you. And it's a Modelo Rapid Reactions edition after the Tar Heels pull away from Georgetown in the Smith Center, 81-61, the final score. And Adam, this was a game I thought defined really by Carolina's defensive effort in the second half, and of course some great post play, which we'll talk about. But Georgetown in the first half had 22 points in the paint, had 10 fast break points. Then you go to the second half, Hoyas shoot just 22% from the field. They were 1 of 14 from 3. They had just 10 points in the paint and no fast break points. So that dramatic uptick in defensive ability, defensive production, felt like that was the difference for Carolina today.
Yeah, that was a win that was nothing to sneeze at. That's a good win for Carolina.
Absolutely.
That'll carry into March. A lot of those first half fast break points were points in the paint were the fast break points because Georgetown was getting some turnovers and they were getting out and running. And when Carolina took better care of the ball, they weren't able to do that as much. It felt like a case where Carolina's big guys just kind of wore down Georgetown. They made some tough shots in the first half over them, but then in the second half, there was just too much big guy.
There's too much big guy here.
and that's a nice asset to have.
One of those big guys, of course, is Henry Veesaar. And Adam, another terrific game for him. He finishes with 18 points, a career-high 15 rebounds. And, boy, he's just been terrific really all season, but was really good again in this one.
And plays almost 37 minutes and never really looked tired. I mean, he has become someone who Carolina just can't have off the floor and can turn around and make a three-pointer just like that, but he's really most dangerous when he's closer to the rim offensively and defensively. He competes for every loose ball and every rebound that's available, and he's shown off a lot of different ways to score and love the energy that he plays with. He is a key part of what Carolina's trying to do out there.
Yeah, you know, what I thought was interesting or has been interesting about Veesaar is you're seeing just this wide array of different things that he can do to help Carolina win. Is Adam, he kind of came in with this reputation as, he's a pick and pop kind of player and a skilled big guy. But I think, and not a terrific rebounder. That was kind of the book. He had never had double-digit rebounds. Well, he gets his 5th double-double of the season, sets the career high in rebounds with 15 today. He's shown off some good post moves. It's not all he can do, but he certainly can go back to the basket. I guess he's been more than I thought he would be in those kind of areas, but he's been really good really all year long.
Yeah, and he's talked about the work he's done with Sean May on his rebounding, and you'll hear from him later in the show. His post moves aren't always conventional.
No, I agree with that.
But somehow they work, and his footwork is good and smooth, and so sometimes he kind of moves around you when you're not expecting it. Like, I wouldn't say there's a go-to Veesaar paint move when you throw him a bounce pass on the block. But if you throw him the ball on the block, he's going to figure out a way to get it in the basket.
And Adam did talk to Henry. You'll see and hear that in just a minute. I talked to Coach Davis. You'll see and hear that as well. And Adam, one of the questions I asked Coach Davis was about Derek Dixon. And so Dixon, of course, got a lot of the attention after the Kentucky game for his big plays down the stretch. From the second half of St. Bonaventure moving forward, he's kind of slowly been doing more and more and more, and he was a big part of this win today.
And really shooting the ball well. I think he's now 12 for 25 from 3 this year, but adding a little bit of that too, a little bit of drive to the basket and create some mid-range stuff. Coach Davis talks with you about he and Kai and Evans playing together sometimes, which the Tar Heels did early in this game. But then Dixon ended up playing 27 minutes. They really trust him out there, and he is pretty clearly getting better each time he plays.
And final thing before we get to those interviews, ho-hum, 20 points and 14 rebounds for Caleb Wilson. And, Adam, I do kind of say that tongue-in-cheek. Like, I don't think you left this game thinking, like, man, what a dominant performance from Caleb Wilson. And then you look down, and he's 7 of 12 from the field, 6 of 6 at the free throw line, 20 points, 14 rebounds, had an assist and a block as well. He just productive.
How hard he plays, I thought at first it might be like, oh, these are his first couple college games. Maybe he'll lose this intensity. He doesn't. I love that play. I think it was in the second half where he went up and was going to dunk it, and it got kind of blocked away, and he was like, that's fine. I'm going up, and I'm going to dunk it again. And he eventually got fouled and made a couple free throws. He wants to dunk everything, but he tries to get everything. He was on the floor for a loose ball in the first half. He really has a diverse game, and that turnaround right there. I mean, when he takes it, I think you kind of say to yourself, oh, really? But he can make that, and he's worked at it to make it a really important part of his offensive game.
Okay, just really quickly, and we can talk about this on the full podcast coming out tomorrow, audio version of the Carolina Insider. His second jump at him, there's only one Tar Heel I can think of. Antoine Jameson was elite, right? Like the best I've ever seen at Carolina in his second jump. I don't know if Caleb Wilson's quite there, but his second jump, even on the play you were talking about, where he tried to dunk in, it got knocked away, got it back, tried to dunk it again. His second jump is as good as there is right now.
Yes, and a weapon because he wants to dunk everything, so he's jumping all the time. There were a couple times today where I kind of thought maybe I saw a little Sam Perkins in there.
Oh.
Which is like
Antoine Jameson and Sam Perkins and put them together.
Well, he's putting up those types of numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, like after one game, that would be something you wouldn't want to put on him, but we're at almost 10, and he is putting up some incredible numbers right now for a freshman or for anybody.
The only freshman who has led Carolina in points and rebounds in the same year, Tyler Hansbrough. And currently, Caleb Wilson is doing that for Carolina. All right, I talked to Coach Davis. Adam talked to Henry Veesaar. Let's take a look and listen to those. We'll come back and wrap things up on a Rapid Reactions edition presented by Modelo of the Carolina Insider. Carolina wins 81-61 over Georgetown today. And, Coach, really impressive performance from your team. Felt like defensively in the second half is really where you guys pulled away. What are your thoughts after this nice 20-point win?
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought in the second half we shut down the paint. They had 22 points in the paint in the first half. I think in the second half they only had 10.
Correct.
No fast break points. In the first half we struggled defensively in transition, and so we kept them out of getting fast break points. And I thought we did a really good job taking care of the basketball and executing in the second half. I tell them all the time, what I love is like there's no other road, there's no other route, there's no other way than for us to be a good defensive and rebounding team. It just is what it is. And against really good teams like Georgetown that are very physical, you got to be physical back. And so when that ball goes up in the air and it's on the ground, it's got to be always 100% all UNC. And I felt it was that way in the second half.
I was going to ask you about that physicality. This was physical from the start. Felt like your team matched that, particularly Henry and Caleb in the post.
Yeah, I mean, just think about our last 4 games with St. Bonaventure, Michigan State, Kentucky, and now Georgetown. You can't get any more physical than that. And so it's really teaching us, in order for us to be successful, what has to be done in regards to the physicality point on both ends of the floor. Are we physical enough to go through bumps and be able to make shots and be able to get in one, step up to the free throw line, make free throws, and then on the defensive end, everybody box out and rebound so we can run in transition. So very happy.
2 more quick things, Coach. 38 points and 29 rebounds for Caleb and Henry combined in this game. Yeah, pretty good.
Well, I mean, we want, I've been straightforward and direct. Like, the ball's got to go through them. I just feel like we have a huge advantage with them. Not just their ability to score and rebound, but also they're really good passers. They know how to play. Great screeners, and so they just open up everything for us on both ends of the floor. Both of them were terrific tonight. It's exactly where we wanted the ball and the type of game that we needed from them in order to compete against a Georgetown team.
We talked about Derek Dixon a little bit in the pregame, and Derek, 14 points, 3 assists, just 1 turnover in this game, shot the ball at a high efficiency as well. What's working for Derek right now? What have you seen from him in the last few weeks?
Well, I mean, his confidence just continues to grow. Feels, very sure of what he's doing out there on the floor, and he's making sound plays. Obviously, he can shoot the basketball, but his playmaking, his ability to organize the team on the floor has really been a huge help for us. I really like him and Kai being on the floor at the same time. And I thought Kai got off to a really good start for us. He played really well, just got in foul trouble again. But really like the way that Derek is playing and just hope that he continues to do so.
You're working around this week, a little bit of a unique schedule. How do you try and manage all that this week with your guys?
Yeah, I mean, we have exams, and, I always say here at Carolina, you have to be elite in 3 areas: on the court, off the court, and in the classroom. So we got to finish the race academically this week. But it also gives us some time, a little bit of time at the beginning of the week to rest, and then it gives us time to practice. And I just really believe that's the most important thing, just continuing to practice and to get better. And get ready for our next game against South Carolina Upstate next Saturday.
Impressive performance tonight. Carolina takes on a good Georgetown team and pulls away, wins at 81-61. Coach, congratulations on the win. And we'll see you tomorrow night for first edition of the radio show, but we'll see you next week here in the Smith Center.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow night.
That's Hubert Davis, guys, after Carolina wins by 20.
We're with Henry Veesaar after another double-double, 18 points and 15 rebounds in Carolina's win over Georgetown. Henry, it's hard to believe you never had double-digit rebounds before you got to Carolina. What are you doing so effectively on the glass right now?
I think I'm just, me and Big Man worked over the summer, too. Big thing was, last year I was really good at boxing out and not letting my guy go, but I feel like this year I'm doing a better job of hitting my guy and releasing to go get the ball. So that's really helping me on the defensive boards. Offensive boards are just kind of effort trying to go there every time.
Obviously, you are very talented. What does it enable you to do that you also have Caleb down there and there's 2 of you that the other team has to worry about instead of just 1?
I mean, Caleb played amazing. He's an incredible talent. The mid-range shot he got and the fadeaway, whenever we're kind of in a sticky situation, he kind of shoots that one, and it's an easy one to board because it's a short miss, and he makes it most of the time. So it's a great shot, and just overall his athleticism and everything, how he's able to move, and his IQ over the basketball court frees up a lot for both of us.
Y'all are also a really formidable defensive tandem. With Carolina's in the top 15 in the nation in field goal percentage defense, and Georgetown shot 34% today. What do you feel like this team's doing well defensively right now?
I mean, we're doing a good job of, I think, kind of keeping them. I mean, actually, the last couple of games we haven't been really good at holding them out of paint. In the first half, I think they had 22 points in the paint. But second half, we hold them only to 10, and then we were able to make the run because keeping the icing weak and trying to stop them before the free throw line, I think that was huge for us.
Coach Davis said one of the things he was worried about with them was the way they change up their defenses and give you a lot of different looks. How do you feel like you attacked that today?
I mean, we definitely had to adjust a little bit on the play calls because I feel like sometimes we call something and they went to zone or they went to man, and then we had to make a new play. And I think everybody, Derek and Kyan, did an amazing job at the point guard position of just handling the game and calling whatever needs to be called and making smart plays. Where's
this team stand right now? You got about a week-long break now. Where do you think the Tar Heels are?
Where we are at for the season, I feel like we're in a great position. We have had good games. We had one bad game against Michigan State where we got punked, but besides that, we have been, I think, the tougher team against other opponents. So just playing that way and with the talent we have, if you're the tougher team, we're going to win games.
I don't think Georgetown's used to getting punked, but it did feel like the Tar Heels did kind of punk Georgetown today. Is that kind of what you felt like?
Yeah, definitely. They'd say obviously second half they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds that we shouldn't give them, but I think overall we kind of were physical with them whenever on the drives, pushing them out of the paint, kind of giving check, walling them up, making them shoot tough. Whenever they did get in the paint, making them shoot tough ones or earn them on the free throw line.
8 of the 9 games this year, either Henry Veesaar or Caleb Wilson has led Carolina in scoring and rebounding. They do it again today. Henry with 15 boards. Henry, thank you.
Thank you.
So 81-61, the final score. Carolina wins it. They go into the exam week now, so no games until next Saturday. They have 2 home games against USC Upstate and then East Tennessee State, who, by the way, both those teams are good, smaller schools. Carolina will be more talented, of course, but those are 2 good teams. Then the Heels have Ohio State and ECU before Christmas, and then after that, it's nothing but ACC games. But, Adam, that was a snapshot of what's to come. Just quickly looking back, we had focused on these 4 games: St. Bonaventure, Michigan State, Kentucky, Georgetown. Carolina goes 3-1. Sure, they'd love to have some moments in that Michigan State game back, particularly the last 6-7 minutes. But I think you feel pretty good about the Tar Heels, not just going 3-1, but some of the things that they've shown in this stretch and now through 9 games in total this year.
These 4 teams, I think, were 27-6 coming into today. and to go 3-1 against them, that's solid.
And 4 of those 6 are Kentucky.
Right. And to get a 20-point win against Georgetown, like the margin of victory, as we've talked about, matters. So that'll end up being important. I think the fact that you made it through this stretch, and now at least from here you can probably see the point when Seth Trimble comes back, which is going to make you much better. But I think with this group that Carolina has right now, they look more like they know what they're doing. Guys like Luka Bogovac, for example, don't look like they're always trying to okay, I have to do something now. They're doing it more in the flow of what the Tar Heels are trying to do, and that's what makes them look better.
So the Tar Heels win 81-61. They'll be back next Saturday at home. That's a 2 o'clock game against USC Upstate. We'll be there on the radio as well for a 1 o'clock pregame, 2 o'clock tip. And then Adam and I will be here for a Rapid Reactions Carolina Insider presented by Modelo as well. Thanks for being here. Good win for the Heels today. They beat Georgetown 81-61 in the Smith Center. It's been a Rapid Reactions edition of the Carolina Insider presented by Modelo.
Jordan, look at that!
May for the win. Got it. Luke May.
How about them Tar Heels? They are the national champions.